I have already uploaded a detailed video covering all the Serpent Island keycard locations. So if you haven't checked that out yet, make sure to visit the channel. In today's video, the focus is entirely on Building 21. One important thing to note is that Building 21 is only available during weekends, so you'll need to plan your runs accordingly. In total, there are 8 key cards associated with Building 21, but as of now, only 7 of them are currently available in the game. Another key challenge with Building 21 is that the minimap is bugged, which means you cannot rely on it for navigation or precise location tracking like you normally would on other maps. Because of this, simply showing the map isn't very helpful. Instead, I'll be explaining the easiest and most reliable ways to find each keycard access room using landmarks and movement paths. Building 21 is structured across 3 floors, and on the first floor alone, there are a total of 4 keycard access rooms. Let's begin with the most straightforward and easily identifiable one, the Mythic Generator Room NFC keycard location. Before discussing the exact location, there's one very important detail you need to understand. This keycard can only be obtained through player progression at level 51. You get just one opportunity to acquire it. It cannot be purchased from the black market, and if you lose this key during a match, it is gone permanently. So before using it, make sure you are fully prepared and confident in your run. To locate the generator room, the easiest reference point is the first floor safe. Mark the safe on your map for navigation and head towards it. If you are entering the area from the B1 gate, move through the transition room and check the left side. You will immediately spot the generator room. Once inside, the loot is extremely valuable. You'll find 2 server units which can drop legendary tier items, along with a weapon box that can reward anything from epic to rare weapons. In addition to that, there is a large metal container and a medium safe, both of which guarantee at least 1 red tier or mythic item. Because of the high value loot inside this room, it is strongly recommended that you enter with squad support, as this area often attracts both AI reinforcements and enemy players. Now let's move on to the storage room NFC located on the first floor of Building 21. To find this room, head toward the garage area and look for the C1 marking painted in yellow on the wall. That's your key landmark. Right next to it, you'll notice a door marked with the letter P, which is the storage room access point. Once unlocked, this room offers a solid amount of loot, including 1 large weapon case, 2 computers, 2 server units, and a few additional searchable items. There is also a chance, though not guaranteed, to find a mythic hard drive here, but you shouldn't expect much beyond that. One important thing to keep in mind is that the right side corridor near this room is a known respawn route for other squads, so make sure to clear the area properly before looting. Now let's move to the maintenance room NFC, which is located just to the right of the previous storage room on the first floor. To find this area, look for the B1 marking painted in green on the wall. Once you reach that section, you'll notice a door nearby. Open it and step inside. As soon as you enter, turn to your left and open the second door, which leads directly toward the maintenance section. Move straight ahead and you'll see the NFC locked door right in front of you. Inside this room, the loot is relatively modest, including a bag, 1 computer, and a black suitcase. Personally, I haven't had the best luck with drops from this location so far, but since loot tables refresh every match, there's always a chance you might walk away with something valuable. The next key card room is Storage Room 2 NFC, which is a legendary tier access room and is also located on the first floor of Building 21. To reach this location, move through the first floor corridors and look for the A1 marking written on a blue background on the wall. Once you locate this marking, check the right side of the area where you will find a single door. Enter through that door, move to the right, and after a short walk, you will arrive at the Storage Room 2 NFC access point. It's important to note that similar to the generator room, the key card for Storage Room 2 cannot be purchased from the black market. This means access to this room is limited and should be used carefully. Inside the room, you will find 2 black metal loot containers along with 1 suitcase, all of which have a strong chance of dropping legendary or even mythic tier items. While the loot pool is smaller compared to some other rooms, the quality of rewards here makes it one of the more valuable legendary keycard locations in Building 21. With that, we have now covered all 4 keycard access rooms located on the first floor of Building 21. Before we move on to the next section, if you are finding this guide helpful, make sure to subscribe. We are getting very close to 130,000 subscribers and your support genuinely helps the channel grow. Also, if you're struggling with random teammates in DMZ and want more coordinated runs, feel free to join my Discord server. We've built a dedicated community where players can team up properly and assign roles before jumping into matches. Now let's move up to the second floor of Building 21. On this floor, there are two key card rooms, both located within the office area. The first one is the conference room NFC and the second is the archives room NFC. To access the conference room NFC keycard location on Building 21, make your way to the second floor and enter through the C2 gate or yellow gate. Once you're inside, take an immediate left turn followed by a right and you'll find yourself in an office style area. Here you'll notice 4 small rooms, each furnished with tables and chairs. The conference room NFC is located directly between these 4 rooms, making it relatively easy to identify once you reach this section. After unlocking the conference room, you'll gain access to 2 metal storage containers and 1 weapon box case. These containers have a solid chance of dropping legendary or even mythic tier items, along with additional rare loot scattered throughout the room. While it's not the most heavily guarded area, it's still recommended to clear nearby enemies before opening the room, as this section often sees player movement during mid-game rotations. For the next key card location, we have the archives room NFC. To reach this room, simply continue straight from the conference room area. As soon as you pass through the next doorway, look immediately to your left and you will spot the archives room NFC access door. This room is relatively small compared to the others and the loot inside is limited but still valuable. You will find 1 laptop and 1 small safe available for interaction. While there are only 2 lootable objects here, both carry a solid chance of dropping legendary tier items, making this room worth opening if you already have the access card and are clearing the area safely. Last but not least, we have the AutoLab NFC keycard, which is located on the 3rd floor of Building 21. Keep in mind that the 3rd floor does not open immediately at the start of the match. It unlocks automatically after roughly 1.5 minutes. For the fastest and safest route, take the B3 staircase, which is marked in green and is the easiest to navigate compared to the other stairways. Once you reach the 3rd floor, take a right turn. You will notice 2 distinct paths. One path leads toward the Quiji weapon case area, while the other continues slightly further to the right. Follow the second path, as this leads you directly into the AutoLab section. From there, take another right turn and you will see the AutoLab NFC access doors. Opening this room rewards you with 2 medium safes, which have a very high chance of dropping mythic or red tier items, making this one of the most valuable keycard rooms in Building 21. In addition to the safes, you will also find a laptop and a computer, both of which can provide extra loot and sellable items. This location is highly recommended if you are specifically hunting for high tier rewards. So with that, I've now covered all the keycard access room locations for both Building 21 and Serpent Island. I'll also be uploading a dedicated and simplified guide for Building 21 because this map can be confusing for many players, especially with the limited availability and the bugged minimap. One important thing to remember is that key cards can only be purchased once per day, but if you already own multiple copies of a key card, you can use them as many times as you want as long as the card is still in your inventory.